Hey everyone, this is Sergeant DangerCow from the British Sergeant's Mess. Today I'm going to do something a little different, something I haven't done before, which is some commentary on my own gameplay. I know that sounds probably a touch egotistical, but all I'm trying to do is really actually provide an insight to how I play the game, how I think and how I move and all the rest of it. And maybe, if I should be so bold, you might pick up some tips and tricks for yourself. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it and thanks for watching. Right, just off the bat here, we're moving out away from my squad mates here, simply because the vast majority of the team have moved up onto the right-hand side of that immediate access tunnel. And of course, they're going to draw most of the enemy fire, so I'm going to try and skirt around and harass them from the rear, jumping up on the rocks here to avoid and cut down, I should say, angles for anyone else, using this rock here on the right to cover from the middle tunnel. Didn't check my angle on the rear there, which I should have done, which is a bit stupid, but there we go. Moving forward. Okay, first target nailed down. Now what I'm trying to do now, of course, is maintain some sort of cover, give myself an exit and an entrance into cover, and there we go. So now I've clocked that guy there, so I think he's now probably heard me shooting at him or felt me shooting at him, so he's going to probably try and poke round. So I haven't moved out, but at the same time we're now getting an awful lot of guys coming in through the teammates, so I'm going to chuck a grenade. Yep, there he goes, and there he goes. So I'm going to move on, and now my teammate has killed me, which is fantastic. Hooray! No apology either. So now that everyone's started bunching up that entrance, that's where the main focus of the enemy fire is going to be. So I'm moving away from there and looking at going through the backside of the team's lines. Ooh, misses. So here we go. There. First target is there. Oh, that was a bit forgotten about that one. He came up a bit sharp. So here we go, in amongst the back. They knew they were going to be down there. Quick selection of the secondary, and away we go again. Now I was lucky here because the guy beyond the guy I just shot could have got me, but he didn't. And just cleaning up the mess at the back. So now I've done all that, I'm thinking, well, they know I'm there now, so they're probably going to be moving around. And indeed, I was right. And I got nailed there because I was injured and no medikits on the ground. So once again, same thing, spawned quite close to where enemy action is already happening or engagement with the enemy. So moving back up along those rocks, back down again. I think I'm going to have a quick peek here on the right to see if there's anything. And this is dumb. This was dumb as hell because, frankly, you'll see later on I get killed doing the same thing. I had no cover there. I just went into the middle of the entrance and did nothing to help. Again, using the angles there, I'm fairly confident there's always going to be someone coming through there, so I always try and slow down and get my sights ready, or at least get them so I'm not running, which means I can draw quicker. Moving again through here, the other guys know I'm there. I'm hoping they'll still be looking to try and get me coming around the corner. There we go, a few more coming through there. So now I've established where they are again. I'm moving back out because I've already fired into that area, and they're probably going to be starting to concentrate their fire on me. So moving along, and again using here. Now normally, as I say, I throw a grenade into where that wool sack is on the left-hand side, or whatever that is, I don't know. That sort of plastic-covered wool sack thing on the left-hand side, because generally speaking, on this map, playing TDM, you get a lot of campers in that area, snipers and what have you. And it's always good to throw in a grenade because two reasons. One is, if you don't kill them, they generally shout, "Grenade!" So you know there is someone there, but also obviously killing them. So just moving around now and trying to keep the same thing, kind of trying to keep, and I know there's a sniper up here. Now this is interesting because normally I hate camper snipers on this map, but I notice as he's covering the whole length of that thing, I'm reasonably confident that no one's going to come round the end there without me knowing about it. So, because obviously he'll fire at them. Again, now you see that was stupid because I just stood in the open, or like I said earlier, stood in the open, just got nailed. Now that Phoenix guy actually gets me all the time. I think he gets me like 5 to 1 this map, but fair play to him. He did well because he had an MG4 with a heavy barrel, so keeping that sucker down is pretty good. Again, dropping ammo, just dropping ammo. I know he's a support guy, but I'm fairly certain that I always drop some ammo anywhere, whether it's a support guy or not around. Again, I can see the flashing symbols, so you're dropping ammo here willy-nilly, really, to try and help them out. Now, again, you see 4 or 5 or 6 people have bunched up in an entrance there. I don't want to go that way because enemy fire will be directed that way, and there's already 5 people there, so there's no point me going down there. And also, it means that I could be grenaded, and that is my doorbell. Fantastic, in the middle of recording. Anyway, my good lady will go and get that. So here we go, moving down. Now, I don't like using this angle, generally speaking, because the stairs where I'm firing the airburst there, that tends to be a haven for snipers and people with LMGs on bipods, so I try not to go down there if I can. Again, so now skirting around the outside, I'm aware that obviously I've fired quite a bit down that angle, so what I want to do is try and keep things away from the fire of enemies. So once I've fired in a spot for too long, I'll try and move away. Now here I thought there might have been a camper up here, but there wasn't. And I noticed my sniper guy needs some ammo, so I'm just going to jump up on the rocks now and dump some ammo at his feet, because he's doing quite a good job of keeping that whole area covered. Moving along now, again remembering that the sniper's got my arse covered, so I know that if anyone comes along he'll start firing at them, and I'll be aware of the fact that they're there by the fact that he has obviously or will be firing at them. So now we're going to check the middle tunnel. There's quite a lot of action going on now down the other end of things, which to me says that the action from the enemy's point of view is going to be where I am. So I'm just trying to get behind the enemy lines and create a little bit of havoc and diversion, getting fired at there, so I'm just running through, not trying to stop and turn and fire, because you'll end up getting killed. Shooting down at the enemy there, and notice there immediately there's like 4 or 5 guys coming in, and I'm fairly certain we're going to get air bursted, so I move forward if I can. I don't realise that I've just walked onto a guy who's already alive. and I get taken out by other people there. That was pretty amusing actually when that happened. I thought, what the hell? What am I stuck on? Turns out it's an enemy. Anyway, so moving around the corners again, loads of guys bunched up at this entrance, and I do something very stupid here. I try and get involved, and inevitably someone chucks an airburst down, and we all get nailed. Thankfully, I get revived by a medic. Well, I mean, you know, praise be, and miracle of miracles. So now I've obviously decided to leave that entrance alone, moving down the middle. Nothing really going on down there, so I decide to try and go round the flanks, because I'm fairly certain if I can get round this way, I'll cause some havoc. And lo and behold, there's one. Check up there to make sure there's no one up there. Those flags always get me. I always think it's someone up there, and I'm sure DICE put them up there to do that. But obviously now I can see there are a lot of my teammates in this area, so I'm going to just keep moving through. Again, I don't like going down this little corridor too much, and I certainly don't like going around that corner, so I try and skirt around the outsides here. Got a sniper there dropping a beacon, so I chuck him some ammo. And again, woolsack. There's always someone camping in this area. Now this is a bit dumb of me here, because I'm standing again in the open, and I know there are gunners down there. Instead of trying to get round into the little corridor, I actually just stand out into the open and get nailed for my trouble. Now, normally when someone's fired at me, I don't run back, and I shouldn't have done then either, but thankfully I managed to get away. But as you see, now I know that he's aware. I'm just not going to stay and fight it out, because he's got, I think he had a big gun if I remember rightly at that point. So just going to take out a couple of guys here. Now there again, you can hear the guy saying, man down, so I knew there was at least one more guy there, so I didn't reload until I thought I had a good shot. And then just taking angles really, just moving around, giving myself as much cover as possible. Using that big door can sometimes be problematic. I tend to go round the outside to the end of the corridor, as you saw there. So now, obviously, just trying to clear this. I spent ages thinking this guy had just ducked around the corner. And I don't know, maybe he got down into the corridor. But obviously, I balls that up slightly. Now, what I like to do a lot, and you'll see me do this. You see, again, stupid, didn't use the cover. But again, lots of people around this entrance. I don't know why that guy's firing shotguns at me, but there we go. So I try to risk this one, and again, da-dum. You see, that's the point. Is there's lots of my friendly team around me. I get revived, which is great. But there's lots of my friendly team around me, and that's where the fire from the enemy is going to be concentrated. Again, this guy with a shotgun, man. Too close, back off, man. I mean, that's the point, is bunching up's always a bad idea, and if you've got 2 people already firing in an area, I tend to just move around, move away from it, because you know the enemy fire is going to be concentrated there, so you're just going to be a sitting duck most of the time. So again, trying to move around the flanks, trying to find the rear side of the enemy's action, as it were. Vigor again. So again, we're trying to move. I look left here, I look left, and I'm trying to go all the way round, because I know that's clear, and I don't want to get flanked by this entrance, and there we go. And that's what happens. You go around, you take someone out. Moving through, it looks pretty clear. Just check the corners, no one there. Again, didn't check my right-hand corner, and that was dumb. And again, try and fire at someone from the middle of no cover and get killed for my actions. So this does really prove that using the cover and moving and firing and moving does actually help. And here I'm absolutely boned. I know what's coming, and there it is, sure enough, airburst. There was nothing I could do about that. Just stupid running from me, but obviously the guy knew that he was going to airburst because there were a few people in there. So I was just waiting for that, to be honest, to happen. So again, moving around the outside, trying to find out. Just use the airburst to chuck a few things down there, see if anyone's camping. Not happening, so moving on. Pause to reload. Try and reload and cover as much as possible. Giving myself an angle. Chuck the ammo down for more for myself than anyone else there. Moving around, using the grey slabs as cover as I'm trying to find out. Obviously the snow glare's kicked out my airbursts thing there, my airburst night sight, whatever you want to call it. So just moving on, moving round. Now here I'm hearing a lot of enemy action going on, so I'm trying to figure out where it is. And I'm thinking, again, use this far corridor, using the edges of the corridor, so if there is someone behind me they can cover rather than moving down the middle of it, which is something a lot of people don't do, and it's really annoying. You try and keep to the sides of the corridors and try and keep on one side if you can, for as long as you can, because that way you'll just stay away from your friendly cover fire, which is always a good idea. You notice back then I just lobbed the grenades at the frames of the doors, and I try and bounce it off. I play a lot of squash, and I use my my squash angles to try and bounce grenades into rooms or wall frames. It's a fairly common practice, but it's something to think about, particularly at that door. Get a lot of results out of that. So now we're moving on. This is done again. I know there's a lot of enemy action, and I know there are a lot of big guns down there, and yet I step out into the fire and get killed. So again, trying to move away from bunched up areas and concentrated areas of enemy fire. I don't do it there, which is dumb. I'm just chucking rounds down there. I don't really know why I did that, other than just pure luck kills, I suppose. Moving down, just covering this area. Now, normally people hang on the left or right, but I know my teammates are there, so I'm fairly certain that if there was someone left or right, he would have been killed. Now moving around, just shooting people. Again, this is the thing. So what I did there, you see, I shot, moved around, and thinking, right, if I try and come out again, he knows where I'm there, so he's probably going to wait for me, so I'm moving around. Here, again, that Phoenix guy, man, I tell you, he's awesome with that MG, oh no, it's M249. Anyway, so again there, just trying to move away from him. I've fired at some guy, he knows I'm there, so there's no point trying to come out because he's just going to be waiting for me. So I try and get round the back of him. Chucking ammo down again for my teammates at a very highly concentrated area of fire and engagement, so I want to move away from that. Get around the outside, try and jump up on this rock unsuccessfully. Don't spend too long doing that. I don't know how the hell I missed that guy so badly there. Yeah, if you don't get up on the rock first time, second time, don't really keep trying to do it, because you'll get killed, because someone will come running around the corner whilst you're trying to do it. Now I thought I heard a sniper up here, but I think it was the guy, our guy, behind me. So I'm just skirting around looking up, and while I've got the position, I'm just going to try and make sure that I don't get jumped down into a hail of enemy fire, and there you go. Proof is in the pudding, as they say. Although what it's doing in there, I have no idea. So again, moving around, going to use these grey slabs of concrete as cover as much as possible. Doesn't seem to be anyone there. Oh, my mates are there, so time to move on. And drop some ammo as usual. And moving around the back now, I'm going to try and run down the sides again, not using the corridor, because we've already got two guys running down there. There's no point adding to that. So I'm using the middle, because I see the other guy was going to go that way, but he's changed his mind. So I think about it, and then I go back down. And luckily, two guys kind of just run in front of my bullets. So that was pretty cool. Now, that was a hell of a nade, because he just popped out and went boomf and got me straight away. So full credit to Eugenio for that one. But there it was just a question. I didn't check my corners either. I didn't check behind me. Quite a lot of times you get people sat in the corners, as we all know. And I didn't check my sixth corner, which is stupid. So I should have done that. Anyway, get the airburst out, deal with that guy down there, because he's pinning a few of my teammates down. And then, again, badumsh, and who would it be but Phoenix with his M249 again. chucking ammo as I spawn. I pretty much chuck ammo all the time when I spawn if I'm spawning near enemies, near friendlies and engaging enemies. So moving round behind the rocks to try and avoid the enemy fire coming down that channel, which given that I've just seen about 3 or 4 of them firing there, I won't be doing that anytime soon. So we've got a guy up there covering the exit to here. I know that my friendlies are there, so I don't need to worry too much about any action. Gates closed, shoot the red box, moving on. Down the corridor again, dropping ammo into places where I think other people are going to use it or need it. That's a very well-known cover spot in this particular map, which is obviously Operation Locker. Airburst to deal with camper, and then moving on. I'm dropping ammo for my teammate just in case he needs it whilst he's covering an area. Moving through and round now, I know that they've got a guy down here, so I don't want to chuck a grenade down into there. And again, I do something very stupid. I take a long time to go through cover, which I really shouldn't be doing, but there we go. And then we're moving on and through these little huts, which do tend to reap quite good benefits, because people tend to be in those ones across the way that I'm firing through to now. No one there, so I'm moving back, because I just, as you see, someone just chucked a high explosive thing there. And nailed by Fire Duggan Mike, who was lying down at the wall sacks at the far end. Managed to get him, but again, those railings, man, those bars, annoying as hell. So there we go. Getting him down, moving forwards, and now we've got quite a lot of enemy action coming up because we've got 3 or 4 of them coming through. And who should get me at the end again? But of course, it's Phoenix. That guy, man, I swear to God, he completely, without him, my KD would have probably been 49-6 or something. But anyway, they've done well. So I've seen the guy coming down here on the ramp and just trying to skirt around to give myself as much protection as possible. And I know my teammate's already firing at him. He's engaging him, so hopefully I can just skirt around the outside and take him out while his concentration is elsewhere. Moving slowly around here because you know the enemy are here somewhere. Moving up again slowly, and there you go. Now, how the hell that guy killed me, I will never know. I must have done at least, well, you saw a good couple of seconds into him and nothing happened. Anyway, there is a res and supply of medic bag, which is the holy grail of medics, so very much worthy of a thank you with the comma rows there. Moving through. Again, checking. Didn't check my 6, and look, there's someone there. Now, how he doesn't kill me and I managed to kill him, again, that should not have happened, but there it is. And then, of course, airburst. Now, Tommy Knott was sitting right down at the end there. Now, Tommy likes to nade and XM5, so airburst as well. Why I'm doing this, you see, that was stupid. All enemy fire is going to be concentrated down there, and I just, it was really dumb. Anyway, moving back on, just get some health. Moving left, has my guy running through there being shot at? No, so it's probably relatively clear, so I keep on moving through as well, and then suddenly the sniper. Fire into the corner, the fire grenade's covering my movement, so I'm not too worried about being spotted, or rather seen, but it was useful as cover. So again, here you see I'm using the frame of the door to bounce my grenades off in order to try and get the people who normally camp in the corner. I can hear them, but I don't get them. So moving around because we know that they're going to be expecting me. Last few kills of the game, just take him out and then sit here and wait for the end of the game. And there it is. So there you go, an idea of how I like to move and how I like to play the game, and get a nice KD in the team deathmatch like that. Thanks for watching. I hope you maybe picked up some ideas of how I move and why I move, where I move. And I like dangerous cows. Thanks very much. Anyway, see you on the battlefield. Ta-ta.